Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another Lacuna. Last episode we were basically, we confronted Catherine, our ex-wife, sorry. I keep saying wife now because I'm just like, I guess it's not emphasized enough to say that it's his ex-wife, like they're no longer together. But anyways, his ex-wife, we confronted her about the daughter disappearing. We don't know what the heck happened. And then when Neil, her character, got into his apartment, he found out where the daughter is now, and the daughter is kidnapped by Zora, who is one half of the team, or maybe 1/3 of the team of Boyt and another person, which all three are kind of like a mercenary group working for the Liberators at the moment, or contracted by the Liberators. They haven't got paid yet, so they are in need of that money so they can go and get the heck out of here, or with that money or whatever, and do whatever the Liberators wanted to do, I guess. We're back at the CDI now, after the whole meeting, and after confronting Catherine about the kidnapped daughter. Zora offered us, or no, not offered, but like requested that we have to take data out of the systems of CDI for her so that she can figure out what the hell the Liberators want out of the drive. At the same time, Gary's gonna take the fall, if anything, which is kind of weird that Gary started saying like, oh, I've been pretty intense with you or whatever. I just feel like it's kind of weird that he brought that up in the weird time. Because again, he never really felt intense ever, but he did kind of show signs of doing weird things a little bit here and there, or just like, I mean, he wasn't like a bad guy, friendly guy kind of guy. Like it was all neutral like reaction of things. But I think there are times where he's just quiet, or he's just like not there sometimes, at some cases, or he was late because he was late to run into the security firm guy. So he said he broke down, but I feel like he might have took a stop somewhere to like do something. Maybe, I don't really know. He said his car broke down, but I'm just kind of confused by that. But anyways, we're gonna talk to Saito for something about Cox, which is the security firm president, the security firm's like leader, founder, whatever, and I think somebody with an M, I forget, Morley or Moxley or something like that. So we're gonna talk to him about those lead ups because we need to find clues on where to look next, because we're still kind of against the wall because we're not sure what information we're missing still to figure out who the Liberators are, and that's a sheet that we still need to fill. And so yeah, we're in the offices, so let's talk. Yeah, I was sitting there in the last episode. So is there anything else around here that I can mess around with? No. Okay. No. Yeah, let's talk to Saito. Good morning, Neil. Hey Saito, Gary told me you had some new intel for me. Indeed. I put everything on our pin board over there. Let me give you a quick overview. First, I assembled some basic information on James Moore and his wife. Second, I managed to pull their recent bank statements. Maybe you'll find something useful in there. That's all I could get my hands on for now, but I got more coming tomorrow. And third, I took a look at the CV of the guy who fired at you, Albert Cox. And I guess what I found, he's a Saviant, and he grew up on Drovia. Oh, that's a surprise. I suspected he was working with the Liberators. Well, who knows? He still might. What's also interesting is that he changed his name 20 years ago. Shoot, we're running out late to that meeting with the chief. Let's go and I'll tell you the rest on the way. Cox was born as Albert Bolton. His parents owned a big company at the time, Bolton Security Services. They were responsible for the safety of the Saviant colony on Drovia. You mean Sector 2? The one that blew up 40 years ago? Exactly. Bolton Security was sued into oblivion over the incident and eventually went bankrupt. When Cox had finished school, he changed his name and moved to Gara. That's when he found his own security company using some grant money. Thank you, Saito. Good work as always. Oh, it's nothing. I just did some advanced browsing. Uh, before we go, I need to ask, is everything alright? You look not great. Just didn't get enough sleep lately. Thanks for asking. I think everyone's here. Let's start. Sorry, I don't remember the chief's voice, so I'm gonna just read it the way I think I'm reading it. Thank you all for coming. As many of you know, I've been working for the CDI for 28 years now. I have done everything in my power to defend the values of our planet for what our planet stands for. The principle of freedom, tolerance, equal rights for everyone, and justice have been guiding all of our actions. My actions. I don't know why I would rather say our because it's kind of like a team thing almost, but I don't know. I have always been proud of our work and our commitment to Garian democracy. Sadly, the path to justice isn't always clear, and we have to make difficult decisions. Don't tell me everyone here is let go, like fired. The murder of Joseph Banny has severely harmed the relationship between our planet and Drovia, and it puts the fragile peace in our solar system at risk. The Domestic Terrorism Division was charged with protecting Banny under my leadership. Oh no, yeah, he's gonna fire all of us because we couldn't protect Banny. And we all as a team take a fall for it? Oh no, I hope not. In light of our failure to do so, the Attorney General and I have agreed that the only appropriate response is for me to resign from my duties as CDI, effective immediately. Wow, so he's dropping his position. I hope that the separatist groups on Drovia will consider this a sign of sincere remorse, and of our intention to make up for the damage that has been done. I enjoyed working with all of you, and I wish you nothing but the best. I hope that each of you will find your way of fighting for justice. I will be in my office today if there are any open questions or issues you want to talk to me about. My successor will be announced by the Attorney General in the near future. Starting tomorrow, Agent Long will be taking over my responsibilities until a permanent replacement is found. Thank you, and goodbye. Damn, so he's resigning. Okay. That's not the worst thing though. I thought everyone was gonna get fired, not the chief. But it makes sense that the chief would take the fall because his character is the kind of guy that makes sense to take the fall because he is the leader in all this and he was the one who made the calls when he did. I do want to talk to the chief. The question is, where the hell did he go? Oh, there he is. Dude, he looks so depressed. He looks so depressed. My dude looks so depressed right there. Hello, Conrad. How can I help you? I wanted to say goodbye. It was good working for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have to admit, I'm surprised by your decision. It's not like you could have done much more to protect Banny. Come on, Conrad. We know that doesn't matter. Heads needed to be rolled for this. Needs to roll for this. Chief. Why did we arrest? No. The AG fired you for over something else, didn't she? I overheard your conversation yesterday. Why are you telling me this now? It didn't sound like you were arguing about Banny's death. You were aware that you can be suspended for eavesdropping on your superiors, right? In fact, it seems like you were suspecting the AG of something. Is that the real reason why she wanted to get rid of you? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out because their voices I put too closely to each other, so I might mess up a little bit. So, excuse me if I misread some things in a weird voice. This is out of your league. Just respect the chain of command. I see. Chief. Why did we arrest Cox? I mean, it looks like it was the right call. But we didn't know it at the time. And why didn't you give us the arrest your order yourself? You know, the AG didn't tell me why she wanted to do it, so I refused to give the order. So you don't know either. You don't know either? Well, no. It seems like it's classified. Same as the information on that stick. I see. I have to pack up my things now. I wish you all the best for your career at the CDI. Thank you. Your cell contacts haven't changed lately, have they? Haven't changed in years. Good. Good. So that means that he might call us on some other reasons, I guess? So strange. But it is true, though, I think that, Excuse me, gotta get water, because reading his voice is always scratching my throat. Makes it itch really, really, really roughly. It's like the phlegming in your throat has to be red, I guess. I did not expect this. Oh, that's Gary upstairs, I think, right there. Yeah, and Saito. Silence, okay. What a day, huh? Okay. I like how he's just... the chief is up here and Gary's just down here. So Gary's gonna handle everything now at this point. Which means that if he gets effed up... Ooh, our team's gonna get destroyed, isn't it? Oh. This is bad consequences. Alright, we'll see. That was unexpected. Damn it! I can't believe I'm standing in for the chief. I never thought they would pick me. I need to call my wife. Guess I'll be doing some overtime in the next few days. Don't you think it's strange that the AG fired him? Got to admit, she really never liked him. Maybe she was waiting for an opportunity. But someone had to get fired for Banny's death just for the optics. Don't you think? Maybe. But the chief always did an excellent job. It's just... It didn't have to be him. I'm not thrilled about it either, but we should focus on the Liberators' threat. I don't want to start my new job with a string of terror attacks. Let's recap what we've got so far. Listen up, squad. Time for a little wrap-up. Is this gonna end Act 2, I guess? Because there's 3 acts, apparently. I looked at the achievement again before I started the session. And there's like 3 acts. So we finished Act 1, which was to stop Boyt, to handle the handover from Boyt. So that was the end of Act 1. Act 2 maybe is this, because the last time we had this was before Act 1 was over, I think. Alright. Excuse me, I was just burping. I suppose you're all as surprised as I am about our chief's sudden retirement. However, we need to focus on the Liberators and their plans now. Let's go over everything we've got so far once more. Drovia's foreign minister Banny was shot last night by a sniper who goes by the name of Boyt. Boyt then went to see a woman named Zora, which seems to have been a deviation from their original plan. He convinced her to hand him a stick with a confidential, stolen data. The next morning, Boyt met another man to hand him that data. Abraham Gonzalez, CEO of Strovian company Power Up. We were able to extract the deleted message from Gonzalez's cell, which proves that someone paid him to fetch the stick and send the data to an unknown address once he was outside of Garian network. This leads us to believe that the data cannot be sent unnoticed via the web, which applies only to the best kept secrets of the Garian government. We don't know who paid either of them. But the message to Gonzalez was sent via the encrypted channel of the Mercurius network. That means that it must be one of the higher-ups at a large publicly traded company. We don't know what was on the data stick because we haven't been cleared for access yet. Yesterday morning, an anti-Saviant terror group calling themselves the Liberators publicly broadcasted a video in which they claimed responsibility for Banny's murder. They also announced a second attack within 48 hours. Oh, that's a thing? Then that means that we're 24 hours away from the next attack, isn't it? So we got one more day to just figure this out. Their broadcast was sent from the Ad Spot building. They operate all the billboards across the city. At the time the video started, the building was being guarded by a Cox security employee. We have no reason to believe that the perpetrator was another employee at the same company. We have reason to believe that the perpetrator was another employee of the same company. James Moore. Right. I forgot about James Moore because when we got Cox, I feel like Cox was the instigator of the whole thing. Moore is just a pawn, I think. So I don't think Moore has anything big about it, but maybe he does. His wife says that he went on a holiday at Minami Tree Resort, but he never turned up there. We are currently running a planet-wide search for him, but without success so far. The CEO of Cox Security, Albert Cox, opened fire at Agent Conrad and myself when we went to arrest him. Why were you arresting Cox? It was an order from the Attorney General. Conrad convinced Cox to surrender. We arrested him and brought him in for questioning. He was in the process of destroying hard drives before we arrived. Our IT department is currently trying to restore what's left of the data. Do we think that the Cox is a key figure behind the Liberators? He certainly is involved with them in some way, but we don't have access to the Mercurius network. But he doesn't have access. We have to assume that there is some bigger fish behind Cox. What's also strange is that he is a Savian himself. He grew up on Jovia. Our current priority is to prevent any further attacks. Colleroy, I want you to support the ongoing manhunt for James Moore. Young, we brought some stuff back from Cox's office. Work your magic on it. Let us know if you figure something or find something. Saito, you keep gathering as much information as you can on our prime suspects. Conrad, you should check whether you can establish a motive why Moore would support the Liberators. Take a look at all the evidence we've got, including the information Saito put on that pinboard. You should also have a chat with Cox. We brought him into the interrogation room in the basement. Roger that. We also brought our sniper in for a second round of questioning. You could give it another try and see if you could get something out of him. Gonzalez surrounded himself with lawyers. Could be a while until we can investigate him again. That's all for now. Come back to me when you got us something. That was a lot of reading. Ugh. Alright. No, that was not the end of Act 2. I'm guessing Act 2 is probably going to be further out a little bit more. Moore's motive is most likely his nationalism, his drug addiction, his sick wife, Okay, so it's either his nationalism, drug, or wife. I would assume it's his wife, but... See if you can find out about Moore's motive. What a day, huh? Okay, so I think they're just repeating their lines. Oh, jeez, there was... Oh, no, there's so much information. Oh, goodness gracious. 8,000 Garian dollars. Okay, I guess. Bank statement. So this is the remaining stuff that I haven't gotten information about. Because we had evidence left over from this station, but I didn't realize there would be this much. Flip. How do I even remember any of this? This is too much information on one go. Emmy's baby department. Pregnancy test? Cox Security Services. Wait, why would you get money for pregnancy test? Vival Pharmacies. So you had to pay for medicine. Payment. Vival Pharmaceutics subscription rejected. Insufficient funds in account. Oh, Cox paid out 10,000. Yeah, so Cox's thing got paid out for 10,000 right here, but it looks like he usually gets paid 600 on a monthly salary, I think. No, not monthly salary, just literally like the span of about 1 or 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I guess I would say, around 2 weeks. That's kind of crazy how much money he just got given. Level things, 200. Miscellaneous bar. Cyber implants. Oh, just maintenance. So he has some implants in general. Medicine, groceries, and then, what is this? Compensation maintenance from the services, okay. The bar again, groceries, medicine. Not enough medicine dollars, so they had to give it back. Like they didn't have enough money in the bank account, and then suddenly he has a pregnancy test, which is kind of weird, I guess. For $15 a pregnancy test, you get money, and then suddenly the company gave him $10,000. That's kind of insane. Okay, who's this? Evelyn Moore, the wife. Okay. Famous Sector 6, married to James Moore. Famous Sector 6, Gara. So Famous is the place that she came from. Yeah, it's Famous. I thought it was going to be Furnace for some reason. Career is the mining professional for Milex, which is the complex of hope on Famous. Criminal record, fined for petty larceny. What was larceny again? It's like a law term for something. Cyber implants. None, I think. Because it has a slash, but that's it. Fine for petty larceny. I forget what larceny was. I need to look it up again. I haven't seen the word larceny much, so... Might have been like a... thievery? Is what's larceny, I think? I might be wrong. It's been a while since I've used the term larceny. Alright, the one in the middle I haven't checked again. Jeez, I hate that. There we go. I hate the fact that they're all lined up so close with each other. I can't click on the one I want to see. It's so bad. James Moore. So he looks younger than his wife in a weird way. Yeah, maybe because he doesn't have the beard. I guess usually people look older when they have a beard, but he's shaved. He has like a semi-clean face almost. Female Sector 6, married to Evelyn. Yeah, he's young. He looks younger than Evelyn, but I don't think Evelyn is older or anything. Is it? Let me double check. Yeah, Evelyn is like 2 years younger than him, but I think it's because she's been... There we go. I think that she's been sick, so that's probably why she looks a lot older, I think. Female Scara, junior security professional for Bemel security agency. So he was a security guard in Femis, and then became a security guard again for Gara. Huh. Fine for bodily harm. So he assaulted someone, I guess. Attempted theft. Okay, that's definitely thievery right there. And then 6 months prison for transporting illegal substance, which is the one we knew about all this time. There's no extra page, so we're just gonna have to live with whatever implants we can find out here. Calms brain enhancement, resistance against mind-altering drugs, extended field of view. Ooh, that's a pretty big enhancement. And then calms reaction, augment, shorten reaction time, increase hand-eye coordination. I guess video gamers can't get this augmentation to have a hand-eye coordination quickly. Just kidding, I don't know. Is that the end of the clues for this place? No, there's one more that we're still missing here. Some basic information about James Moore, Gonzalez, and Evelyn Moore. Okay. Really nothing else right here. Oh, and then bank statement, of course, is the other one. Yeah, recent bank statement. Okay. Is there anything else around here? No? Okay. I think we're good to go and investigate for now. So a lot of that will be based on my memory to remember what is what, I guess. I want to check the highlights a little bit. Oh, the guy who facilitates the stuff down here is not here anymore. Yeah, because there was a guy who conducts the investigation for us, but it seems like he's not in the hallway this time. Excuse me. Whew. Sorry about that. I think getting trapped in this room with dust is not a fun game to play. That's why I'm sneezing. Alright. Let's go talk to Boyt. I believe he's still in this room. Yeah, that looks like Boyt. Oh, I got stuck on the wall. Or the door. Am I ready for this? I'm just realizing. Yeah, it seems Boyd's the first person we need to interrogate. Long time no see. Still not talkative type, huh? Okay, listen up. Things have changed since we last spoke. I turned off the camera so we can talk freely. Your people have kidnapped my daughter to extort me. Last night your friend Zora came to my home to talk to me. But don't get your hopes up. It's about money. not your freedom. Well, I did say I was going to hand the message first, I guess. She gave me a message for you. What message? I'll tell you if you help me with Laura. If you're bullcrapping me, I'm not. What exactly do you want me to do? Looks like I'm pretty much locked up in here. So I gave him the weird Joker treatment, I guess. So excuse me if I gave him the weird-ass voice. I honestly wanted to throw a weird-ass voice in the middle of it all. So, yeah. That's how I go. Who are these guys you and Zora are working for? We both know I can't give you any details. We're mercenaries. That's all I can say. Where do they keep Laura? Where do they keep Laura? I have no clue. We have a bunch of hideouts in the city and the whole solar system. I don't even know all of them. In the whole? That's a pretty huge organization you're part of. We're not just some thugs. We're professionals. You want to help? You want me to help you? I'll give you one piece of advice. Do what they tell you. If I do, will I get her back? We usually keep our end of the bargain. Why are they blackmailing you? The people who asked you to shoot Banny won't pay them because we prevented their handover. Now they want me to help them get the data back. I see. You said you had a message for me. The moon rises in the south. The fat guy I met at Joris Plaza. He was pretty sure he got his assignment from someone in the Talenium business. You mean Gonzalez? That man you brought the storage module? If that's his name, maybe that'll help you somehow. Thanks for letting me know. Could you tell Zora that the sun sleeps in the north? Well, I do wish to have something in return for this, but okay, I guess. Okay, I'll tell her. Good luck with your daughter. Wouldn't that mean that I get caught for whatever it is, though? Like, because we unplugged the camera, so they would totally know something's up. Why wouldn't they, like, catch me on something, I guess? Alright, we'll finish up this episode with Cox, at least. Talk about Cox. I honestly don't remember what his voice was anymore, so I do apologize. Maybe it's country I give him. I don't think I gave him country. What did I give him? Damn it. I'll read like him normal, I guess. I'll give him a normal voice. Because I don't think I remember his voice at all, because it was very brief and very short, so I couldn't remember it. Excuse me. Good afternoon, Mr. Cox. Actually, I think I know what it is now. I think it's like a very nasally bloated guy, I guess. I think I gave him that voice. Let's see. I'll play with that one, I guess. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I'm waiting for my legal team. Yeah, that's the one. I think that's the one. You fired at my partner and me. Care to explain? I probably don't need to tell you that you didn't make the best first impression on us. Your behavior and your company's involvement in yesterday's broadcast make it look like you're somehow involved with the Liberators. A quick look at your biography showed that you are a Savient, and you grew up on... Oh no, I think it's Drovia. It doesn't make sense to that you'd support an anti-Savient terror group. Actually, I don't remember, but I think Gary told us that... No, not Gary. It was, Saito told us about it. So if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. I honestly don't think I'm gonna survive this, so we'll see. 25 years ago, you moved to... Oh god, I hate this. Garia. Why? Sometimes life forces you to do things you don't want to. You don't like it here? I don't. Why not? Why not? Why don't you ask that yourself, you fellow Guardians? You consider Drovians your enemies and Savians backwards radicals. If you have the choice between hiring a Guardian or a Drovian, you hire the Guardian. All the missions we ever get comes from Drovia. Why don't you have gone back then? Because my compatriots are happy to have a reliable partner for their companies here in Garia. We escort their goods, offer them personal security, you name it. Your parents have a security company as well, didn't they? It was responsible for security at Sector 2. I remember that one. Sector 2. Looks like they didn't do such a good job with Sector 2 blowing up and all. You know nothing about my parents. I've already said enough. I'll wait for my lawyers now. Okay. So I have to submit the sheet. Moore's motive. Wait. Did I really get anything? I'm so confused now because I thought we were going on Cox. I thought we were looking for information on Cox, not on logs. Okay. You know what's funny? This game literally lags when I open up logs. Yeah, like when I initially open up logs, it's like, all right. So all missions we ever get come from Drovia. Okay, the information we need to figure out is Moore's motive, right? So, and also he did point out that that the information that we need to think about is the Talonium business. So the one thing in the Liberators seems like it's something about the Talonium stuff. So I'm guessing it would be mining. Talonium. I think this is the two information we need to run on for this one. And again, as I said, there was only 2 of them on the sheet that we have, so we just need to figure out these 2 at least to figure that out. I think that was a list of companies right here, yeah? Mining and Talonium. So we got Dyson's, Talonium, and then we got Millix and Hanno. And that's pretty much it. There's only 3 companies. So we only got 3 options, it seems, to run on for that. For the Liberators information. So we got 2 of them left. Data, we haven't gone through yet. We haven't bumped into it yet. So we'll have to figure that out. So what is his motive? No, that's not it. That's not it either. I think it's more like I have to look through logs a little bit. Damn it. This is why I wish there was a bit more cleaner UI for this system, because this is just really painful to go through. Basic info about James and more. His wife, recent bank statement. Savient. I guess what I found is he's a Savient and he grew up on Drovia. Oh, yeah, so I was right. I really didn't remember, like, the full conversation. I did remember bits and pieces of it. Sector 2. That's correct, apparently. Bolton Security was sued into oblivion over the incident and eventually went bankrupt, and then he moved to Garia. So I was right. All the selections I chose was actually correct. I actually forgot this conversation, at least a good chunk of it. So I'm glad that I kind of remembered it somewhat. I'm really not sure what what's James Moore's, like, objective here, though. I'm still confused. The billing kind of says that it's all about the drugs, I think. And judging from it, his wife is the one with the sickness, I think. I think it is his wife. He doesn't have a drug addiction because his augmentation... So, here's the thing. We got 3 options, right? nationalism, drug addiction, wife. He does buy a lot of drugs, but he has an augmentation that says no, he can handle anything without drug. The drug doesn't really affect him at all. So he doesn't really have any reason to even... He doesn't have any addiction to begin with. His mind is unsettled or very much unharmed when he takes drugs. So it doesn't really matter to him. So it's between his nationality or his nationalism and his wife. But knowing that more comes from a background of Femus, I think this is the planet's name, or the colony's name, or whatever it is. Knowing that, yeah, so we're going back to the wife to talk about this. His boss asked him to make a delivery substance. James got caught. His boss knew nothing about it. News article. Let's see what the clues are again. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the information was because they were hiding things and I can't tell. So, yeah, because he was a security guard. He wasn't working in the mines. At first, I thought James worked at the mines. He didn't work at the mines, so... Yeah, I think it's going to be the wife. I'll submit it to be the wife. That's how I'm going to say it. Yeah. I'm kind of... I mean, the options are very little, so it's nice, but it doesn't mean that it's easier for me, so... I think his wife is the reason why he's struggling to do the thing he's doing. And a lot of the payments he's doing is technically to do with the pills, the medicine. And the medicine is not for him because he has augmentations to prevent him from getting affected by any, or at least a lot of drugs, because his augmentation prevents him from that. So that's why I'm led to believe it's not a drug addiction, but more that his wife is sick. I don't think his nationality has anything to do with it, because the Liberators are Drovian. Drovian Savians. He is not a Savian, nor a Drovian. Drovian descent. He is just a Femus descent, I think. Like, he's from Femus himself, including his wife. So that leads me to believe that he is not doing it for nationality. He's just doing it for his wife. He's trying to make this money so he can help his wife to get cured by the incident that she had for long times from now. But anyways, I'm going to end it here for now. A little bit longer than I should have went. I wanted to end it a little earlier, but I had the struggle of doubting myself again. As I said, I hate myself when I start doubting what my clues or information is. I'm just going to have to say, like, I should just say, hey, like, if that's the information I get, that's the information I get on. I can't doubt myself here because whatever it is whatever. If the consequences happens to hit me hard, then I'll just say that that's my playthrough of the game. I mean, everyone can... If you want to see how the playthrough works for yourself, I recommend buying the game, of course, but that will be saved for towards the end of the game when I go through my whole thoughts and opinions about what I think about the game at the end. And then I would invite the whole, like... I probably did it differently, or you can probably do things differently, which is really cool. I like the whole... decisions matter situation here, so that's really cool about that. But anyways, that's it for this episode. See you guys in the next one, and hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to everyone watching this. Roz out.